This is an important update about counteroffers. Now, we're looking at the new California seller counteroffer, but even if you're not in California, I think you'll still find this information interesting. Now, here in California, we had a new counteroffer, and we're looking at the seller counteroffer, but it looks the same on the buyer counteroffer and the seller multiple counteroffer. This was revised December of 22. So now in 2023, this is the form we're using. The big change was that Carr, who creates these forms, they added all this garbage text here. And it really has no business on a counteroffer, and I'll explain why. But if you have to use this counteroffer, then my suggestion, and I have another video that goes into depth, I won't bore you on this one, but it's to put verbiage in here that effectively deletes 1C and 1B for that matter. But if you look at this counteroffer, this is everything wrong with the trend of real estate forms. We see that we have this section right here, a handful of blank lines. We have all this, which is just pollution on paper, has no business on this form. Then down here we have just a lot more text that's unnecessary. I've created a proprietary counteroffer that you can use in California or any state for that matter, and I'll show you. So this is what a seller counteroffer should look like. It should have the property address, which number. So if you're doing the first seller counteroffer to the original offer, you put a number 1 here. If you're countering a buyer counteroffer, you put a number 2 here. But you put the property address here, check the box of the document that you're countering, put the date of the form that you're countering, and then that's it. You have all these blank lines, because all a counteroffer does is change what you disagree about in an offer or any prior documents. That's it. If everything is agreeable except the purchase price, then you counter the purchase price 1 line, and the implication is that everything else is acceptable. If it's a close of escrow, you put a different close of escrow, or if it's both, you put 2 line items, but everything else conveys, everything else is acceptable. These are the only changes you're making. So you have all this space to put in whatever you might need, an automatic expiration, or you can change it and say that this expires the next day or whenever. The seller signs and then the buyer can sign, or the buyer can counter. But this is what a counteroffer should look like. That's it. Not this mess that we have over here where they put in all this nonsense about proportions of deposits and proportions of appraisal contingencies changing if anyone counters the price in any counteroffer. So that's it. That's my video. I will put a link in the description. So if you're looking for this form, I'll have it available, a fillable PDF that you can download. I'll put a link in the description. Go ahead and take a look. And if you have any questions, please leave a comment. But keep in mind that number 1, you can delete this out on the same form. You can write in paragraph 1C or 1B and 1C is hereby removed from this agreement, and you can remove this nonsense. Or you can just simply use a much better form at no cost. I hope you found this helpful. Thanks for watching.